think there is such a thing as the American dream. And I think it's living a comfortable life, not a rich life, but not a poor life, not a life where you have to struggle for shelter or food or any of the basic necessities of life, including healthcare. So for me, that's the American dream. But that's influenced by not always having those things. This is the house on Long Island, and it was a wood shingled house, right? And it looks all nice here because I'm really young there, but as the years went on, it ended up, white shingle house ended up looking really drab, and we couldn't afford to fix it up as we went, so.
Who's the horse?
I grew up on Long Island in New York, and I lived in a home led by a single mom who did not have anything more than a high school education, so we struggled financially. My father was mostly absent. We were poor in a neighborhood that was not poor. Poor meaning we always had food, we always had clothes, but we didn't always have heat, and we didn't always have hot water, and there was a lot of stress. For me, the goal was to go to college. That was my prize. I don't know where the idea of college came from because nobody in my family had gone to college, but I was a smart kid. And so I was in advanced classes. And because I was in advanced classes, I was in classes with all the rich kids. So of course they're thinking of college, and I'm in that same group, and I'm thinking, well, I'm in this group, I'm gonna go to college. I went to college in Connecticut at Fairfield University and went to graduate school at Georgetown to get a PhD in microbiology and immunology. I'm lucky. I never felt like I faced obstacles being a woman in that field. But by the time I got to graduate school, the environment for scientists had changed a lot. Jobs in academia were becoming fewer, funding was drying up, and I wasn't working on a team. It was just me and my project, and there were other people in the lab working on their own projects, but it's really lonely. You come in and it's you and your Petri dishes for the day, and there wasn't a lot of interaction. And I knew 5 years into the program that I didn't want to do this for the rest of my life. We call our house the Shark Pit Zooquarium. My name is Sharky, my partner's name is Pit Lavani, and my friend came up with the Shark Pit. And we have 4 dogs, 1 cat, 1 parrot, and a significant saltwater aquarium system. I've always loved animals. I had animals as a kid. I remember playing in my backyard where I would pretend to be grooming the dog and being in a dog show. And so then when I got the first puppy as a graduate student, I took the puppy to puppy classes just like anybody would. And I kind of got hooked on positive reinforcement training. And it blew me away. It blew me away how easy it was. It blew me away what a partnership it was with the dog. At a holiday party, I said to the owner, oh, I wish I could do this full time. And she kept that information. And like a couple of years later, at the end of my first year of my postdoc, she said, hey, you once said you wanted to do this full time. Do you want to buy the business? I'm moving to Europe. Jump! Yay, good boy! When you're unhappy in your career and somebody walks up to you and says, hey, do you want to buy my business? At that moment, it's like a miracle. You're like, yes, I hate what I'm doing and I want to do this, and you're offering me a chance to do that, yes. It took a fair amount of doing, but eventually I did purchase the business from her. Woofs is a dog daycare, boarding, and training facility, and we teach over 40 classes a week and do also private lessons. It satisfies so many of the things that I enjoy doing. I enjoy teaching, I enjoy the science behind it, I enjoy learning. It fit everything I wanted to do, and it had a social component that I really enjoyed that I did not have in science. I was dealing with people every single day, helping people, talking to people.
Lunch is done, walks are done, bags are done.
Running a small business is still a struggle. I'm a rags to middle income story at best. Once you fall behind as a small business owner, it's not easy to catch up, and it takes years. The government shutdown practically crippled us. Most of my clients work for the government, and if they don't work directly for the government, they're contractors for the government. Dog daycare and dog training are services that people use with discretionary income, and people were really worried. People were saving and people weren't spending, and that was several years ago, and we still haven't recovered. I don't know how my employees are surviving on what I pay them, but I can't pay them anymore. I'm a small company that offers health insurance because I think it's important, which takes a lot of money away from the business. And these people have such low salaries, and so we have a really high turnover, and I don't expect most of the people who I employ to stay with the company for more than a couple of years. For many of them, I hope it's a stepping stone to something better. It's tough, it's not easy. The American dream is not handed out to anybody. You have to work really hard for it. So if you're willing to do that, I think it is attainable. It doesn't mean you will attain it, but it's possible. I always had an idea that an education was the way out to be able to support myself. And my mom also instilled in me that I could do anything I wanted to do if I just put my mind to it. And that has carried me through. And I do some harebrained things like quit my job and say I'm buying a dog training business. And everybody's like, you just had 12 years of higher education. What are you doing? And I just jump. And whatever, wherever I land, I'll be fine.
What dreams do you chase? Share your dream at redreamproject.org. Redream is presented through the generous support of ThinkShift, an initiative of the DeBruce Foundation.